this table where we laughed and talked all day. So long ago, love was offered. The joy of being together made you want to stay. Take me back.
Well, hey y'all, welcome back to Life with Nana. I'm Nana, and I'm so glad you're here today. Today, we are going to be doing some projects around the kitchen, and right now I'm on the back porch, and we're going to be snapping some green beans. We had a little bit come out of our garden, just a few. Look at these long ones. Aren't these amazing? And then I think these are like Kentucky Wonders or something like that. And these are called asparagus beans. And so I also went to my local farm store and went ahead and bought enough to make a big mess. So we're going to get busy and get these snapped. And then we're going to go in the house and we are going to do a few things around in the kitchen. We're going to be piddling around in there and cooking some traditional Southern style food, and also maybe, I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. I bought some peaches at the farm stand and some green tomatoes. So I know we're going to fry some green tomatoes, and I laid out some chicken thighs because my little calendar binder thing that I bought, that's what it said for me to do today, so that's what I did. So we got that laid out. I have some fat back laid out to go in the beans. I'll show you when we get in the house what all we got. But for right now, we are going to get busy and snap these beans. And so when you're snapping beans, you just want to snap the ends off, or that's the way we do it. And if it is a bean that has some strings, usually when you do that you can feel and you can tell if they are stringless or not. So this reminds me of my mom and my mother-in-law. So this reminds me of my dad having a garden, and we would put up jars and jars and jars of green beans and all kinds of things out of the garden. Our garden is just now starting to produce. As you've seen on the last video, we got enough pickles. We got enough cucumbers to make pickles. I keep calling them pickles, I don't know why. And we're just going to break these up just like this until we have them all done. And then we will go in the house and I will show you how we're going to finish these up and get them cooking. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Today's been a good day so far. So it's beautiful out today. It's hot, but it's pretty out here. Really nice. Now, we were looking around this morning at the garden, and I've got a ton of tomatoes, green tomatoes, that I'm hoping will soon be ripe, and we can start making delicious things with them. All right, I'll bring you back when we get ready to take these in the house and get them put on the stove and show you how we do that. Well, all right, we got the beans broken up, and you can see we've got a pretty good bowl full here. We call this a mess. A mess of green beans. That's what my mom and daddy always would say. I wish I had me a mess of green beans. All right, so I'm going to get these washed, and I'm going to get them in my pan over here, and we're going to put some chicken stock over them. Now, my mom would have used water, and that's perfectly fine. I just prefer the flavor of the chicken stock. So let me get these washed. I have a heavy bottom pan, and so I'm going to put them in there. And these are going to cook for quite a while, probably till late this afternoon. Okay, so I have these washed, and I'm going to pour one bottle or one box of chicken stock, and then I'll put water the rest of the way. You want enough water in it where you can cook them on low for a long time if you're looking for the southern way of doing things. I used to say my mom cooked green beans until there were no vitamins or minerals left. That's not quite true, but I used to make fun a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and add some more water because I just feel like it needs it. I just want these covered. Now I have some fatback, is what we call it. Streakoline, hog jowl. I'm not really sure exactly where this comes from on the pig, but I'm going to cut this up into pieces. I happen to love this. Nobody else in my family wants to eat this, but I like the fat. I know a lot of people don't. And if you want to put bacon in this, that would be good. If you want to do bouillon, that would be good. I've done that in the past. All right. Get all that in there. All right, so now we're going to salt these. You can also use salt pork. It's already salted, it's cured with salt. You can also use that, but I didn't have any of that, so I'm just going to put probably 2 tablespoons in there for now. The chicken stock has some, and kind of move stuff around so that the salt is all in there. So, all right, and I'm going to get these on the stove, and then we're going to work on this cantaloupe. Now, I love cantaloupe. I love cantaloupe, do you? I love to have watermelon and cantaloupe in my refrigerator in the summertime especially. All right. All right, I'm going to set one aside and get the seeds off of that because I'm going to need that in a minute. And I'm just going to get the seeds out. And you can dry these seeds and then plant them if you wanted to. There's a lot of things you can do like that. All right, so I have my bowl here, and the way I like to do it is I like to just cut the rind off, and then I'll start chopping it up into pieces. Try not to cut myself. I cut myself the other day, and that thing is hurt. And then I just do like this, and when I cut this piece, it falls into pieces. And if I have a big piece like that, I can always just cut that down. Let's see if it tastes good. That's a good one. I'm telling you guys, if you're ever in this area, and you can go to Lou Allen's Farms. They're just outside of Moulton, Alabama. Go, because it's a nice place. It's beautiful. They have lots of flowers, and during gardening prep season, they have lots of garden plants and that sort of thing. My knife is not real sharp. So let's cut this one. We'll just keep peeling away. And I'm just going to put this in the refrigerator, and we'll have it for snacks throughout the day. Trying to decide what to do with these peaches. Can y'all see them? No. So I got a box of peaches that the box said it was a little overripe, and I see a few that are kind of overripe. But I think what I'm going to do is pick through them and get out the ones I think will keep, and the others we will probably need to do something with fairly quickly. That is so good, y'all. I love days like this when you're just kind of piddling around in the kitchen and a little of this and a little of that. And Papa said he would go ahead and grill the chicken before his appointment today. So we'll get that going. And I've got the green beans going. All right, so I'm going to put some of this in here so I can have a lid on both bowls. Now, of course, you could get out the melon baller and you could do it fancy if that's what you want to do. I will go taste over fancy any day. We were talking about celebrating Appalachia earlier, and I get tickled at Tipper because she says that a lot. She's like, as long as it tastes good, I don't really care how it looks, you know. And that's the way I feel too. I want things to look nice, and she wants things to look nice. But when it comes right down to it, you want things that taste good, because that's what you're working for. All right, so let's get this in the fridge. My fridge has gotten out of control again. I'm doing really well with the containers that we did on the video. I'll see if I can link that video so you can see where I organized the refrigerator. But this time of year, you just have so much stuff coming in. And I have this big box of lettuce in there that I really need to get broken down into bags that I can put in the refrigerator outside. Alright, if you've never had fried green tomatoes before, they are wonderful. They are crispy on the outside and tart and beautiful on the inside. I love these. So we're going to be making some of those here in a few minutes. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with my peaches here. So let's kind of go through these and see. That one's a little bruised. I think a few of these are still good enough to just put in the refrigerator. But there are a few that need to be taken care of today. But when I see a good buy, I just go ahead and buy it. Even though I know I have more work at home than I probably need to be buying something else to do. But that's what we're going to do. And I think what I'm going to do is just cut these up and put these in the freezer. And then I can use them for peach cobbler or things like that. We'll have these just to eat on. Those will be nice. Okay. So we got this many. And we got a few here that we can put in the refrigerator later. Okay, so I've got us over here next to the stove, and I've picked out the ripest peaches that was in this box, and we are going to dunk them in some boiling water, and then we will probably take them back over to the other side. It's just easier to film and work there, and we will peel these, and I'm just going to put them in the freezer. I can take them out and I can make jam if I wanted to. I can do a peach cobbler if I wanted to. I could do so many things with these. That's why I always pick up things like this when it's on sale. And to get just a small basket was $10. Well, I got this whole, it was kind of heaping over, probably a basket and a half for $12, which I didn't think was too bad. And we'll have some to eat fresh, and we'll have some in the freezer, and I think that's a win every single time. And we don't want to cook these, just like when, if you remember watching when I did my mom's peach pie, if you haven't seen that video, go back and watch it. That pie is so good, y'all. But anyway, this is kind of the way that we were doing it, but the peaches were not as ripe as these peaches are. So we're just going to let these sit in there just for a little bit until you can kind of tell when the skin starts to slip. That's what we want. And then we're going to put them in cold water. I have over here a bowl full of cold ice water, because we want to try to stop that cooking process. We do not want them to cook. And I will probably add just a little bit of lemon juice as I cut these up to keep their color nice and pretty. And then put them in the freezer, and we'll have something to do something with another day. And I think that's fabulous when you can do that. I really do. This is what prepping is all about. It's what homesteading is about. I cannot wait for us to find our rural homestead. Right now we're in an urban area and I want to move back out into the country. I can't wait to do that. And there's so many things that I want to do with you guys. I can't wait to have our own milk cow. I can't wait to have pigs and raise chickens and raise our own meat birds and do all of the things that help you to be sustainable, yourself. So I hope these do a little bit better than the ones that on the pie video, because they didn't want to peel very well. But they did okay, I guess. I love my little tool that I found at a thrift store, or might have been at the local antique shop. I can't really remember. But I love this. I love the handle because it hangs, I can hang it right on my shelf. And it's so handy for things like this. Okay, so we got all of our peaches dunked in the hot water. And I hope these peel well. I got me a little plate too. Yeah. These are doing pretty good. Any places that I see that are a little bit bruised, I just cut those right out. They're not going to hurt anything. I don't know what kind of peaches these are. I didn't ask. They're doing pretty good, aren't they? And as soon as I get this one cut up, I will put a little lemon juice down in there. And we'll just keep that stirred around so that they don't turn dark on me. Because when we take these out of the freezer, we want them to look just like they did when we put them in there. Now, at this stage, you can add sugar if you want to. I'm not going to, but if you want to, have at it. And I'm just going to kind of stir those around. We'll get another one and get to going on it. If they would all peel like that right there, I would be so happy. But they don't. You know how it is when you have one day, the last video I was talking about how everything seemed to be coming against me that day. It was like there were so many things that just went wrong. You know what I mean? And today has been the total opposite. And it has been a great day. And it's wonderful when you can have a good day like this. Because I tell you what, when he's after you, you're not going to have a good day. You see, at that one I could tell, look, see? You could just feel it. When I picked it up, it was going to, the skin, my mother would call it the skin slipping off of it. And it's still firm enough that you can do things with it. I'll go back and cut that piece. I love knowing I'm putting things in the freezer or in a jar, and you have a I know it's in there. I know I can do something with it one day. I absolutely love that. We like peach cobblers around here. I would have made one of those today, but I still have some of that pie we made last video, so that gave me such fits. So I got them all peeled and cut up, so now we're going to put them in some Ziploc bags, and we can put these in the freezer, and that'll be another project done. All right, I think we can get one more bag. There we go. 2 quart bags. That's wonderful. That'll make 2 cobblers or some fried pies or some jam or jelly. So I hope you enjoyed watching that. We'll be back in just a little bit. So now we're getting ready for to finish up the rest of supper. So I have the green beans cooked. Papa is cooking the chicken thighs out on the grill. And I have some fresh corn. And the way I like to do it is I just put it in a Ziploc bag, put just a tad bit of water, seal the bag, and it may blow up, but we'll try not to let it do that. So we're going to put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and we're going to fry some fried green tomatoes. So first thing I need to do is get some eggs in the bowl over here. All right, so I have our green beans going in our pot here, and we are going to do some fried green tomatoes to go along with this. And I have some egg and some whipping cream because I didn't have milk. If I had had milk, I would have used that. A little flour. Now I'm going to put some salt in my flour and in my eggs. And some black pepper. We'll turn my eye on and get it to heating up. And we're going to use some of this home rendered lard to fry these in. Turn those down some more. And then I'm just going to cut the top and bottom off of this tomato. And I don't want these too thick or too thin, so I'm just about like that. About 1/4 of an inch. These are one of my favorites in the spring. Now these tomatoes did not come off of our vines. I bought these at the farm store I was at this morning where I got the green beans. Okay. We're just letting the lard get hot, and I want to keep these stirred. I want to make sure that the liquid is not all gone, but you want most of the liquid of the green beans to cook out of it. So the first thing that I do is I dip it in the flour just lightly, and then I put it into the egg mixture, and then back into the flour. My pan could have been a little hotter, but it'll be all right. And we're just going to keep dredging these and putting these in. I'm going to do them about two at a time. Turn those way down. We have some fresh cucumbers out of the garden, and I'm going to go ahead and give these a peel, and we'll have those with our supper. And we have some we have some peppers. Can't talk, I've got my mind on tomatoes over here. So we'll have some fresh cucumbers and fresh pepper out of the garden. All right, those are getting brown. I need to turn those. Get them separated here. Oh, those are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Love that. Get rid of these. And I have a fresh bell pepper, and I'm just going to cut it into pieces. And that microwave may be dinging over there. It might be driving you guys crazy. Okay, I need to turn these down and set them off the eye for a moment. Oh, those are fine. Thought I'd burn them. Get too many things going at one time. I used to be a very good multitasker. Now, not so much. I guess that goes with age or something. Back into this. I told you that was going to pop, didn't I? We're going to let it sit in the microwave, that corn, and just kind of steam. And right before we get ready to eat, I'll turn it back on another 2 minutes. I usually cook it about 6 minutes, and that makes it perfect. And then we're going to put some street corn seasoning on it, and that's going to make it so yummy. It's going to be so good. So today has been just a wonderful day. It just goes to show you, I think I said this earlier, that you can have a really bad day one day and then the next day be a great day. Today, my granddaughter got to come back and spend some time with us. My neighbor, Angie, across the road, invited us to come swim. We had such a good time with her. Thank you so much. Love you, girl. And so, you know, it's fun when you get to do something just a little different. Fried green tomatoes is something I remember my mom making a lot, and I always loved them, and she loved them. So, and I see them around here on appetizers in restaurants. So if you haven't tried it and you don't want to make it at home, maybe order it out and just see if you do like it. I happen to love them. These are turning out wonderful. Look how good these look. Look how good these look. We have our cut up vegetables. And these are almost ready. All right, everybody, it looks like we've got everything done, and doesn't this look like a feast? We have grilled chicken, thighs here that Papa grilled, fried green tomatoes, fresh corn and fresh green beans and fresh cucumbers and things out of the garden. This is a typical Southern meal. I hope you enjoyed being with me today in the kitchen. Remember, Nana loves you. Nana is so proud of you, and you always have a friend here. I'll see you on the next one.